Lagosians youth, as we speak today, is that they desist from engaging in that art. It's a glory destruction, it's a destiny destroyer.
Over the years, there has been drop in the enrollment into the military, particularly Lagos indigenes, and this may well be a wake-up call. Omololu Rosawo, LTV News.
The Lagos State government has identified industrial hubs in the Badagry division in the review Badagry Sub-Region Master Plan. Commissioner for Fiscal Planning and Urban Development, Oluyinka Olumide, at the presentation of the reviewed plan to stakeholders of the sub-region said the prospects for impactful fiscal development brought about greater requirements for infrastructure, which necessitated the review.
The essence of what we have done today is to get the buy-in of the locals so that it becomes their property, so to say. And what that simply means is that they will be able to question us as to why they are not implemented, because everything there is stated with time.
I'm saying that government should reduce 75% of land under acquisition so that people could have access to land, to allow us have land for development. A lot of proposals, schools, hospitals, markets, and so on and so forth. Where will you build these projects?
Stakeholders, including traditional rulers, expressed their support and call for a robust implementation as they look forward to better linkage of coastal communities and the release of excised lands.
Plans the state government has for the entire Badagry division in the area of road development, in the area of economic development, and all of that things that will make life very abundant for the people of Lagos State.
The portion of land that will be designed for some particular projects, those projects will be the one to drive development and the economic development of the community. So at this point, we need to go back as their own representative. We sit down and look into it holistically and see where we can adjust and speak to the government properly.
One of the part of things that disturb development of Badagry, because all the land is under acquisition. But with this new Badagry master plan, I think we'll get some of our land for development.
The review of the Badagry Master Plan 2012-2032 is in line with international best practices and the requirement of the Lagos State Urban and Regional Planning and Development Law 2019 as amended, which stipulates the review of development plans every 5 years. The Lagos State Building Control Agency, LAPSCA, has demolished a 2-story building under construction located at 35 Akerele Street in the Oworonshoki area of Lagos State. General Manager of the agency, Bola Oki, says the demolition is part of effort to reduce the rate of illegal construction, curb the menace of building collapses, and avert imminent danger. Adekola Hastrop compiles this report.
As part of its routine mandate to avert building collapses and avoidable death in Lagos State, these officials of the Lagos State Building Control Agency are here to enforce the demolition of this distressed building located at number 35 Akerele Street in Oworonshoki. General Manager of the agency, Bola Oki, in a statement, attributes the demolition of the 2-story structure under construction to the agency's efforts to reduce the rate of illegal construction and curb the menace of building collapses in the state. LAPSCA officials also served immediate eviction notice on another story building in the same vicinity due to its distressed state, while also making provision for temporary accommodation for the occupants.
For you, you are actually living in a distressed building. So it's your life that matters first. Okay. So go and sort that out, and then we move from there. This building, evacuate it, okay? Evacuate these buildings, and then we'll start from there.
While assuring residents of Lagos State that the agency would ensure that all buildings in different parts of the state are certified fit for habitation, Oki appeals to owners and developers to always build in accordance with the state's building codes.
The Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps has announced the formation of a specialized task force dedicated to tackling persistent issue of street trading in the state. Corps Marshal Olani Iko, who made this announcement during the stakeholders engagement session with representatives from the Lagos Central Senatorial District, emphasized the importance of collaboration in achieving the state environmental goals. It says the new task force will actively patrol various parts of Lagos to enforce the state's strict ban on street trading and hawking, which are prohibited under existing environmental laws. It states that in addition to the task force operations, the GESC has been conducting regular enforcement activities, particularly focusing on the state pedestrian bridges, and the efforts have led to the arrest and prosecution of numerous miscreants who had taken over the bridges, deterring their use by the general public. Cole noted that cleaning up these bridges is part of a broader strategy to reclaim public spaces for the safety and benefit of Lagosians. Still ahead. United Nations raises awareness for indigenous groups with commemoration of World Indigenous Day. That's in a moment. You stay with us.
Do you know that as a viewer, you have the right to complain about any broadcast content or conduct of Lagos television you are not pleased about? For any of such complaints, call or SMS Director Programs on 00333-44915, Director News 003-696-2772, or Head Marketing 0022829898, or any of our social media handles. Lagos Television, the voice of Lagos.
Welcome back. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration is committed to supporting and empowering more Nigerian youths to excel in their chosen vocations. The president's commitment is evident in his appointment and the administration's policies and initiatives such as the Youth Investment Fund, IDIS program, and the National Youth Development Bank, amongst others. The Vice President, Kashim Shettima, reiterated this when he received the leadership of the All Progressives Congress Youth Wing, led by the party's national youth leader, Dayo Israel, on a courtesy visit to the presidential villa. Senator Shettima said, apart from addressing genuine concerns affecting the youth, the administration's focus on young persons is premised on the trust and confidence the president has in them, stressing that the youth are the lifeblood of any nation, and Mr. President acknowledges this fact. The APC Youth Wing says it has also developed a 4-year strategic plan designed to help young Nigerians understand and overcome challenges and harness opportunities across diverse fields within and outside the country. A professional leadership summit for pupils in Mushin has been held with the theme Pursue the Future, Overtake Obstacles and Recover Stronger. Olajumoke Oyewumi reports.
With the belief that it takes collective efforts to develop an education system that is relevant to national development and industrial growth, Mushin Local Government Education Authority, under its secretary, Olufemi Akinlude, organized this event with the purpose of making these pupils conscious of their mission in life and pursue their vision strongly while shunning social vices.
The community must be ready to support the parents by providing opportunity for them to engage more fully in their child's life, promote attachment and enjoy the lifelong benefits of a strong parent-child relationship. Ultimately, A child's well-being starts with family, the family well-being. And family well-being starts with a strong community.
It's another thing to dream. It's another thing to achieve that dream. And for you to be able to achieve the dream, you have to be disciplined and be focused. Forget about whatever is your background. You understand? Pursue that dream vigorously and with all determination. And with God, you will achieve that. The dream will be achieved.
As they have been well sensitized by all the professionals here today, they are going to be very good, of exemplary character, with good efforts at making it in their next level of education.
Described as child, parent and community leader-centered program, this event is also to help the pupils have a clear picture of their future career while combining passion with talents.
To the outgoing pupils here today, I want to congratulate you on reaching this milestone in your educational journey. You have worked hard, persevered through challenges, and now stand at the precipice of the next chapter in your lives. This is an exciting time, full of possibility and promise.
We see them as our leaders of tomorrow, and they are our generation, they are our heritage. So we must, at this stage or from this stage, encourage them that the military profession is where they can look to.
The reason why I want to become a doctor is because to save life and to treat injured people. I've learned that we must be focused on what to do.
While appreciating stakeholders who have promised to financially assist some pupils who pass both their federal and state common entrance examinations, Olufemi Akinude advised parents on improved commitment to provide guidance, resources, and support their children's need to fulfill and achieve their goals in life. Olajumoke Oyemumi, LTV News.
Thank you, Jumoke. As a judicial story, a federal high court sitting in Kaduna State has declined jurisdiction in the fundamental rights suit filed by the immediate past governor of the state, Nasir El-Rufai, against the State House of Assembly. The presiding judge, Justice R.M. Aikawa, took motions from the applicant on Monday, July 29, 2024. However, in two separate rulings which he delivered virtually on July 30th, Justice R.M. Aikawa held that the applicant failed to prove any circumstances that would warrant setting aside the court proceedings as requested by the applicant. Justice Aikawa also dismissed El-Rufai's application for recusal, saying the applicant failed to provide cogent reasons or facts for the court to do so, as established by a number of cases decided by the court. Furthermore, the judge, rather than dismissing the suit as requested by the counsel to the respondent, exercised his powers under Section 22, subsection 2 of the Federal High Court Act and transferred the case to the Chief Judge of Kaduna State for determination. Now, each year on August 9th, people around the globe observe the Day of the World's Indigenous Peoples to bring awareness to the world on issues concerning indigenous people. This special report, compiled by our correspondent Adekola Hastrop, examines how this day recognizes the achievement and contributions of indigenous people in Nigeria.
August 9 is celebrated as the International Day of the World's Indigenous People. Every year since 1994, the United Nations set aside the day to mark this special day of the world's most endangered species. The day is also observed each year to promote and protect the rights of the world's indigenous population. The event is used to recognize the achievements and contributions that indigenous people make to improve world issues such as environmental protection. Was first pronounced by the General Assembly of the United Nations in December 1994 to be celebrated every year during the first international decade of the world's indigenous people, 1995 to 2004.
To build an equitable and sustainable future that leaves no one behind, we must amplify the voices of indigenous women. Indigenous traditional knowledge can offer solutions to many of our common challenges.
As the world observes the day, conversations are centered on the indigenous peoples of Nigeria as questions about their country's nationhood and the plight of the minority population have dominated national discourses. There is a consensus among Nigerians that indigenous minority populations have not been fairly treated, as questions about equity, justice and fair distribution of resources have been raised. The education sector not only mirrors the historical abuses, discrimination and marginalization suffered by indigenous peoples, but also reflects their continued struggle for equity and respect for their rights as people and as individuals. At the heart of this is the need to guarantee equity and justice for the minorities in the larger Nigerian Federation, as the debate about restructuring the country is also to ensure that the rights of minorities are protected, even as the agitations by the indigenous people of Nigeria have often led to conflicts. Regional leaders have continued to argue that the Nigerian government owes it a duty to guarantee the rights of its minority and indigenous populations by providing them access to their basic rights and, more importantly, the urgency to restructure the country to reflect the aspirations of minority groups to have a say in the way they are governed.
Now, the Lagos State government has introduced smart waste bins for homes and business environments to ensure effective waste management. The smart bins will enable the Lagos State Waste Management Authority monitor the operations of PSP operators. Bukola Teloko tells us more.
Smart, durable, eco-friendly. These are some of the words that best describe the waste bins introduced by the Lagos State government. These waste bins will change the way waste are managed by offering several benefits that contribute to a cleaner environment.
From time to time, PSP operators might be late to pick up our waste, and with this smart bin, we're able to know if they're working, when they work, so that we can use that to monitor and assess their performance.
Once the bin has been serviced, there's a reader at the back of the truck. Once it reads it, it goes straight to our system, and then it shows that it has been verified. In that case, there are no disputes because the system is...
The smart bins redefine the waste collection process by incorporating a sensor technology and real-time data transmission.
The waste bin has added features that improve the functionality. For example, this waste bin has an RFID chip that will enable us to know when it is emptied by the PSP operator. In addition, the smart bin is geolocated to a specific residence. That means when you buy the smart bin and we deliver it to your house, we pin it to that house so that forever that bin is associated with the house. If it's stolen, we can track it.
We have a PSP operator that owns a truck. A device has been attached to the truck, which tracks the movement of the bin, because the bin has a significant RFID chip that is assigned to each property, each individual in Lagos State once you buy the bin.
Every bin, aside from having a unique RFID, it also has a unique QR code. On that QR code, when you scan that QR code, what happens is that it takes you straight to the LOMA website. From there, you can lodge complaints, you can make inquiries, you can do anything, you can contact LOMA directly. They'll pick it up in their customer service, and then they'll contact you.
The smart bins are color-coded to encourage waste separation and recycling. The green bins for general waste and the blue for recyclables. To ensure no tenement is left behind, the Lagos State government has made the bins affordable with a friendly payment plan.
It has a 15-year warranty. So it should give comfort to every resident that they're getting a modern bin that will last them for a very long time. The state government has introduced installmental payment plan where you can be paying over time, so it's very affordable.
Smart bins are at the forefront of the waste management revolution. They have emerged as the game changer. Bukola Teloko, LTV News.
Well, thank you, Bukola. If you're just joining us, you're watching Lagos Television News at 8. Coming up. Standards Organization of Nigeria reads Riot Act to manufacturers of substandard iron and steel. That's on business news. Do stay with us.
On Business News tonight, the Lagos State government is set to boost revenue generation and ease of doing business with the introduction of the Lagos Revenue Portal. The initiative, an innovative online platform, is designed to simplify how Lagos residents and corporate entities perform their civic responsibilities in form of non-tax payments.
This aggregates all Lagos bills and payments across ministries, departments, and agencies in the state, making it a one-stop shop for all taxpayers. The portal allows Lagosians to manage and print their bills and make payments online through multiple channels of payment, i.e. card payment, bank transfer, USSD, POS, QR code, to mention but few, from the comfort of their homes or offices. This eliminates the need for physical visits to Lagos State stations or service points or bank branches, saving time and reducing hassle for our taxpayers. The portals ensure secure and seamless payment processing, guaranteeing that transactions are both safe and efficient. This means that every payer receives an instantaneous automated revenue receipts, which is also have the capability of validating this without necessarily paying to the wrong hands.
The one-stop shop is available on both secure web and mobile application channels.
The portal is designed to allow for seamless integrations with current and future technologies, which thereby allowing for scalability, robustness, confidentiality, and data integrity without compromising data privacy regulations. This one-stop shop provides Lagosians with timely support and promotes ease of doing business within the state, therefore enhancing their overall experience. In conclusion, LRP is a significant step towards modernizing revenue collection and administration in Lagos State by providing a user-friendly, efficient, and secure platform. The government aims to increase compliance, promote transparency, efficient service delivery, and grow revenue for developmental projects.
The Lagos Revenue Portal is scheduled for official launch by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Thursday, August 15. The Standards Organization of Nigeria has read the Riot Act to harm manufacturers and distributors who indulge in the illicit trade of substandard steel in the country. Chairman Special Task Force SON, who said this at a stakeholders meeting with manufacturers and distributors of steel and iron rods in Lagos, said the agency has been enrolled with complaints from distributors expressing concerns over the quality of steel and iron rods in the country.
What we have encouraged the manufacturers to do is to engage in self-regulation, because all over the world, the best form of regulation is self-regulation. It's even more stringent than any regulation you can think of. If they decided to check themselves to make sure that none of their members, go the wrong path, all to the path of honor, of course, the sector will be robust and it will make a lot of, good impact on the economy at the end of the day.
Speaking on behalf of manufacturers and producers, the coordinator of the Steels Manufacturers Association of Nigeria says there are wrong accusations about the quality of steel produced locally.
On our end, there is none, but from what we have seen, we saw that these petitions, these ghost petitions, like I would want to put them, are coming from a divided unit. They call themselves Distributors Association of Nigeria. We know we have distributors, but we do not know that they have infighting, and this could result to all these blackmails and everything.
Manufacturers and company should know their customers. I know that I have 5 customers and it's them I'm supplying to, so that anytime there is issue, you should know who you give your product to. Then it will also help SON to know where this material came out from. And there's what they call database, which SON should also have the database of all the manufacturers and all the distributors.
The way is to continue to maintain our standard and then also to know who our dealers are, because it's also possible that our distributors are also taking in product from other places and other sources that we don't know. So that's my own takeaway.
The manufacturers, while pledging to quality products, asked SON to intensify its export exercises to traders selling iron and steel.
After 5 months of intense competition in various categories, the 2024 Youth Alive Basketball League and Championship will climax this weekend. The developmental initiative endorsed by the Lagos State Basketball Association and the Nigeria Basketball Federation has been a veritable platform for participants to showcase their skills and develop their talents. The league, which features elite, junior elite, under 14, 12 and 10 categories, did not only provide engagement for the players, but helped the team to discover talent, build capacity of coaches and young officials, including referees and statisticians. Coordinator Youth Alive Basketball League, Bolabo Onosoya, said this year's championship has been great input from the teams, with clinics and developmental programs implemented alongside the league, helping to bring out the best in the youngsters from different academies.
140 games of the league, and as you can see, we are this is a third place game. It's been a wonderful journey. This is the run-up to the finals on Saturday. It's about development, so it's not really about winning, it's about everybody getting better. Everybody played probably a lot of games, so with each game there's a lot of development. Over the 5 months, everybody has been taking part.
Onosaya added that the Youth Alive initiative, which has been organized over the years, has become a model for basketball development in Nigeria, as some of the players discovered from the league are now playing at top levels.
Foundational programs in Nigeria, not just Lagos. I have a lot of players who have been able to ply their trade internationally and locally, who will tell you that they took part in the Youth Alive basketball program.
Basketball coach Laye Alimi commended the founder of the Youth Alive initiative, Gbade Olatono, for the consistency of the championship and using the structure to develop a viable ecosystem for basketball in Nigeria.
He's done a whole lot, and we'll continue to support what he does with basketball. And also, most of our players here, a lot of them are very, very good, and they should be ready at any point in time, most especially age grade tournaments. Even with the senior national team, you can easily get some players here to compete.
Stakeholders and other dignitaries are expected to grace the grand finale and closing ceremony billed for Saturday at the basketball court of the Mobolaji Johnson Sports Center, Roe Park, Yaba. The World Football Governing Body, FIFA, has signed a partnership agreement with the Homeless World Cup Foundation, a global networking foundation that brings together nearly 70 grassroots organizations that are using football to tackle homelessness and social isolation around the world. The collaboration marks a significant milestone for the Homeless World Cup Foundation in its mission to challenge existing social perceptions and improve people's lives globally. The partnership agreement was announced by FIFA President Gianni Infantino, who noted that FIFA shares the view of the HWCF in organizing annual women's and men's tournaments aimed at helping homeless people to change their lives. Director of Team Nigeria to the Homeless World Cup, Yomi Kuku, praised Homeless World Cup President Mel Young for his efforts in securing the partnership with FIFA. Kuku stated that the partnership will help amplify the message and impact of the Homeless World Cup, bringing attention to the important work being done to support the homeless and vulnerable individuals through football. The upcoming edition of the Homeless World Cup, holding in Seoul, South Korea from September 21 to 28, 2024, will bring together 60 teams across 49 countries, comprising 40 teams in the men's tournament and 20 teams in the women's tournament, with over 500 players on parade. The program will be jointly transmitted on FIFA Plus.
Welcome back. We begin the foreign news with this story, breaking news just reaching us. A plane carrying 58 passengers and 4 crew has crashed in the Brazilian state of Sao Paulo, killing all 62 people on board. According to Velpass Airline, the twin-engine turboprop plane was flying from Cascavel in the southern state of Paraná to the main airport in Sao Paulo when it came down. Tracking website Flight Trader 24 reports that the plane was built in 2010 and took off at 11:56 local time, and the last signal received from the aircraft was about an hour and a half later. Footage circulating on social media shows a plane descending vertically, spiraling as it fell at the local authority confirmed that there were no survivors, while police and fire services at the scene and local hospitals have been alerted. Authorities add that the plane landed on a residential building with smoking wreckage in a large area full of houses. That's our story there. Let's move to Ukraine, where the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has promised that Russia will be held accountable after an attack on a supermarket in Kostiantynivka in the eastern region of Donetsk killed at least 12 people and wounded dozens of others. The police force in the Donetsk region of Ukraine reports that 12 people are dead as a result of the attack on the supermarket in the morning. Ruslan Osipenko, head of police of Donetsk region, also said that 44 people were wounded. Ukrainian police say at least 4 private residences, a shopping center and several shops, a car wash and a number of vehicles were damaged in the attack, which is believed to have been carried out using a Kh-38 missile. Meanwhile, Ukraine has also launched a massive attack using a swarm of drones on the Russian airfield in Lipetsk, 300 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, with several people injured and hundreds of homes evacuated. Let's take a look at tomorrow's weather forecast. Just before we go, a quick look at our major stories. President Bola Tinubu has received an appeal from the Patriot Group to convene Constituent Assembly to produce another constitution for Nigeria. Lagos Governance Advisory Council paid a solidarity visit to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, hailed him for ensuring peace in the state. The Lagos State Government has reviewed the Badagry Sub-Region Master Plan and also identified the division industrial hubs. On the foreign scene, we told you that the death toll has risen to 12 as Russia artillery hits supermarkets in Ukraine. For more news, connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. Please remember to call Lagos toll-free line 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. On behalf of the production team, I am Joshua Murakian saying continue to stay safe and have a wonderful weekend. Good night.